Welcome back to the We Run on Coffee podcast with Marissa and Arika, and happy Wednesday. Thanks for coming back to listen to yet another episode. And if you're new this time, definitely go back and listen to our first two episodes because they're really fun. But hi, Marissa. How are you today?
Hi, Arika. I'm good. It's a good Sunday afternoon. It's a little bit rainy here, so I'm just kind of relaxing.
Those are the good vibes. It's a little rainy here too, and it's just the right amount, I feel like.
Yeah, it's just like enough that makes me want to like chill around and relax.
It's cozy.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love that. Well, we are going to go ahead and get started with this episode, y'all. We have a lot of fun things planned, but we always have to first ask, what are you drinking, Marissa?
So I made my at-home little coffee today, and it's a caramel latte. I just used I think I told you this already, but I have like a Ninja coffee maker.
Oh, no, I don't think I remember that.
It's like, it comes with a carafe, and it has like a bunch of different like options, and I can do the specialty, I don't know what it's called, like the specialty brew, and that's like an espresso shot. It's like 4 ounces of coffee, and I just use like a bag of espresso beans. Ooh. And then I added the Ghirardelli caramel syrup.
The best kind only.
Yes, it's so good. And then I just added oat milk and some ice.
You're fancy. I only do, my flavors are all just using creamer. Like I never do like a syrup or anything like that. I do have the Starbucks chestnut praline syrup at my house. Yeah. My coworker, he would always go to Starbucks and buy the syrups off them. He's like, you can't always get them to say yes, but sometimes you can buy a whole bottle, which I didn't know. And he bought the chestnut praline, like a bunch of them, and he gave me one.
That's my favorite.
So well, when you come over next month, I can make you one. I literally have it. That's so funny.
It's so
okay,
good.
So you're drinking coffee only this afternoon?
Well, I have my
trio.
water too.
Of course. I'm like, Marissa always has the trio. What is this?
I know. I just have my water and my coffee.
Oh my gosh. I love it. So I went to Trader Joe's right before this. I literally ran in and ran out because I'm pretty sure it was so full in there that it would be a fire hazard. Like there were so many people. I'm like,
so bad.
Why? Why is everyone here? So
because it's Sunday, it's grocery shopping day.
I guess. Yeah. I like go to Trader Joe's on the weekdays kind of on purpose because I know it's going to be bad, but they didn't have the one item I went in for. So, I left with a whole bag anyway. It's a mood. But all of my drinks today are from Trader Joe's. So I brought all my little cans up here so I can show you. So this is what I'm drinking today, everyone. First, we have the Trader Joe's Very Green Juice. The green juice. I don't know if you've had this. It's so good.
It's not your green goddess one.
It's not
You're
my green
already
goddess.
a traitor.
You want to hear something embarrassing? And everyone who's listening, I hope you listened to the last episode because I found out by creating our social media graphic that it's not called Green Goddess.
What is it called?
I've been calling it that for years, and it's called Green Goodness.
Oh, that's okay.
I can't believe it's not called Green Goddess, but I refuse. I'm still calling it the Green Goddess juice. It's so much more cool.
Yeah.
I was making the graphic and I was like drawing it out and I was like, there is no way it's called goodness. Like this is the Mandela effect in action. And I showed it to Angela and we were like, no, we're not accepting it.
You're like, there's 2 extra letters in here. I'm confused.
Literally. So yeah, no, it's not the Green Goodness juice. It's the Very Green Trader Joe's juice, but I highly recommend it. It is so freaking good. And I always wonder and worry that these are all like so filled with sugar, but this one seems pretty legit. It's mostly all like actual fruit juices. So that's good. That's part 1 of my trio. Then
you
Trader
have a trio
Joe's
today.
Yeah, I do. Then Trader Joe's French vanilla cold brew coffee from their little cans.
Okay.
I had that. But these are $1 or $1.99. I don't know. They're either 99 cents or $1.99, which I feel like is pretty good for a little canned coffee. So I put it in my cup because it wasn't cold. Ready, everybody? Here we go. Not as good of an ice sound as normal. I hope you all heard the coffee ASMR. Okay. But I had that with a little extra splash of cream because I needed it to be sweeter. And then, of course, water in the Starbucks cup. Maybe you guys can hear this one.
No.
There you go. I bought a high quality microphone, so I hope you guys got all my ASMR. But yeah, I do. I have the trio this week. I'm taking a page out of your book.
Yeah, normally I would, but I don't know what's going on with me this Sunday. I'm just here. I don't know.
It's later though. We usually do morning.
Yeah. So it's
by now it's like you've already had your drinks.
Yeah.
Except for me, because I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off today.
Yeah, well, talking about running around with your chicken, like a chicken with your head cut off. What did you do today? What did you do this week?
Okay, so this week, since last time we talked, let's catch up. I haven't done a lot, not gonna lie, but I did yesterday. Honestly, all week I did nothing. I just worked, and then I laid around and watched TV, and then I felt bad about it, which is so silly. But I've been doing that lately where I know I should be productive, and then I'm not, and then I get mad at myself, and it's so silly. I need to like chill.
I do that all the time.
Actually relax. I'm like, I need to stop getting mad at myself for it, because it's like maybe I just needed to chill, you know?
Yeah, maybe you just needed the little break.
It's the worst. Yeah. But yesterday I did something.
What'd you do?
And yesterday, for Christmas this year, listeners, if you don't know, I have 5 siblings. I have 3 siblings that live at my mom's, and then I have 2 siblings that live at my dad's, and so my mom's is where I lived. So my 3 siblings at home for Christmas this year, instead of giving them a gift, I did not know like what kind of toy to get them or whatever, because they're younger and they're all under the age of like 12. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, how old is everybody? 5 siblings is a lot. But
Yes.
They're all really young, so I didn't know like what toy they would like or what game they would all 3 like to play, because they're all different ages and stuff. So instead of doing that, I bought everybody tickets to Disney on Ice, and that is what we did yesterday, and it was so freaking fun. Have you ever been to Disney on Ice?
Yeah, I went once when I was like really little. I was probably like 5 to 8, somewhere in that range. But I think when I went, it was like Blue's Clues on Ice.
Oh.
And that was my favorite show when I was like a little kid.
That's so cute.
Yeah, and then I think I saw like the Disney Princesses on Ice too. And
Yes.
I think I've been to multiple actually.
Probably.
Because my grandma bought me the tickets to the Disney Princesses one, and then I think my mom took me to like the Blue's Clues one.
That is so cute. Yeah, I went to a couple when I was a kid, and I know that I used to get, or at least once, I got the like slushy cup that they have, that the cup is shaped like a character and then they put a slushie in it. So I bought all of my siblings one of those yesterday. It was very cute and like reminiscent of my childhood, but they liked it. They'd never, 2 of them have been before, but they were like literal babies, like little kids. They said they didn't remember it. So it was everyone's first time. Angela's not sure if he went when he was a kid or not. He doesn't remember. So I called it his first time as well. And it was so fun. And then we had pizza and just hung out with my mom and my siblings. So that was cool. And then this morning I got my hair done. So
yay.
Yeah, that was a big win for me. My roots were like a mile long. So we're back to blonde, everyone listening. I am a blonde girl if you've never seen me, but that is my new go-to. And I'm trying to get ready for summer. Even though it's only February when y'all are listening to this, like I am preparing. All the underneath of my hair is still brown. So we put in some work on that today. So yeah, tell us about your week.
You're getting to be your blonde babe.
I am. I know, because summer Arika is about to emerge in the next couple months, and I need to be ready for her.
Well, this week it was... Did I do anything exciting during the week? I don't really think so. I mean, like I said last week, I've been doing this volleyball league, and it's every Wednesday, and we won again.
Yay, go off.
We keep winning, and I'm here for it. We're undefeated, and I'm so excited to see what happens. And I actually learned we're the only undefeated team in the league right now.
No way.
So we're at the top.
You guys need an entrance song. All I do is win no matter what. Oh my God. But that is so funny.
So we'll be on top for the playoffs whenever those happen, if we keep winning, obviously. But I think we're on a good streak.
That's so fun. Do you play other teams in your area? Is that how it works?
Yeah. So the volleyball place, or it's like I don't know, it's like a sports complex is what the building's called, and it's called FXA Sports, which I don't really know what that stands for, but it's just like a league of different sports in the area.
Yeah.
And like we just go in, we play a different team. It's at this building that has 8 different volleyball courts, so there's a bunch of games going on at once.
Yeah.
And every single court is always full. So it's like...
Oh my gosh, that's wild. Can people watch?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want to watch sometime.
Just come.
That'd be
next
so
Wednesday.
fun. I want to. I love that.
Yeah, but I did that on Wednesday, and then just been going to the gym, doing my little grind. And then yesterday, what did I do yesterday?
You went thrifting.
Huh?
You went thrifting, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I forgot. So I went to the gym yesterday, and then after, I was on my way there, and I saw that there was a thrift store that was, like, really close to where my gym was.
Ooh.
And so I was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to see, because I know Erica's thing this year is to build a better wardrobe, but I'm trying to find my style, because I'm, like, retired athlete that doesn't know how to dress. That's how I dress currently.
That is such a, yes, I can literally picture exactly what you mean, though. That is a kind of a common one.
Yeah, that's basically how I dress because, well, like, I went to a private school up until 8th grade, so I never had to learn, like, how to dress when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then when I went to high school, I went to a public school, but we still had a dress code, so I couldn't really, like, I don't know, find my style then. But also, it was, like, the 2010s. It was like 2014 to 2018, sure. And I'm like, that wasn't the peak fashion anyways. I didn't want to find my fashion statement then. And then when I went to college, like, I didn't put any effort in until, like, maybe my last, like, 2 years or something. I started trying to, like, find myself. And I also feel like, maybe it's just me, but I feel like this is a common thing. Like, I go through a personality or an aesthetic change, like, every 2 months or, like, every week, basically. And I'm like, I don't really know how I want to dress. So I started making a Pinterest board, which I shared with Arika for the design and the like help and everything.
Vibes.
Yes. Yeah. And so I went thrifting and I got like a couple flannels and stuff. And like I'm trying to put like a name to my style and I can't ever figure out what it actually is because it's probably going to change tomorrow.
Honestly, I can't either. And I also have been trying to like find my style, exact same thing. But like in college, I feel like I just wore like, doing air quotes, but like going out clothes.
Yeah.
But I never, like, it wasn't my style. It was just like what everyone else was wearing. So I was like, I guess I'll wear like jeans and like a little crop top. But I still don't know what I even like.
Yeah.
I like try stuff all the time and I'm like, this is cute, but they don't really go together and I don't know how to do it. And I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was a barista in college, so, like, my style kind of evolved into, like, edgy barista.
Oh, I love that.
And now I'm, like, Starbucks, genuinely, I was thinking about this yesterday, it did change my life. Like, I met some of my really close friends, like, people that, like, really helped me evolve into the person that I am today. And I just think, like, I can't dress like a barista all the time, but, like, I can, like, pull things off. Like, I don't know. I'm trying
That's funny.
This is me trying to verbalize words that I don't even have in my own head yet. So it's kind of difficult.
That's what this is all about, this podcast. Just a big ramble about our brains.
But I did get some good pieces. I got like a cardigan. I got 2 big t-shirts because there's 2 sides of like clothes that I really enjoy wearing. I really like big, oversized clothes, but then I also love like jeans and like a crop top. Like I love like
same. I have the same complex. I'm like, I want to wear an oversized graphic tee with bikers, and I do that for like a week, and then I'm like, I need tight clothes that show off my figure.
I know.
I like switch like that, and I'm like, I don't know.
I love wearing like big baggy clothes. Like I'm a big shirt, big pants girly all the time, but then I'm like, well, I go to the gym all this time. Like, I talk about how the gym is basically my life, and then I'm like, well, I literally don't show off the muscles that I'm building, so maybe I should wear something a little bit more, like, tighter. But the only thing that I can do is, like, a baggy crop top, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I know. I totally feel that, too, and I also feel like I will wear baggy clothes for so long. Like, I also love, like, baggy jeans. Yeah. Those are a staple. I'm not into the skinny jeans as much anymore, like at all. But I'll wear like the baggy jeans and then a baggy shirt. And I'm like, oh, I look so trendy. And then the next week I'll be like, what the heck am I wearing? I don't even look good. And then I'll put on the tight clothes and be like, ooh, I look so cute. And then I'll switch again. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, it's always
I don't know how to find the balance.
Yeah, I can't do it. But we're going to get there. By the end of this year, like episode 50 or whatever, we're going to be able to say what our styles are and put names to them.
Hold us accountable, guys. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, so are you ready to get started?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what we were just talking about kind of like gets us into like what this whole episode's about. And you guys probably know by the title, we're going to talk about our music taste. So like talking about our style taste, I feel like it kind of goes into our music taste a little bit. I mean, at least I think mine does. I'm not so sure about you. But
I know. I think you're going to be surprised.
Yeah. Before we like really get into like unpacking, like, okay, guys, we're going to go over our Spotify Wrapped. And I know it's February and I know it's a little bit late, but it's still a good way. We're not
chuggy. We're still cool and don't click off.
I know.
We promise.
And it's just still like kind of a way to like get to know us. But before we go through it, what's 3 words that you would use to like describe your music taste?
Okay. I love this, and I also had a question in mind for you to surprise you with too before we started, which is perfect. So I'll ask you mine before I answer yours, so you can think about it too. But my question was going to be, I'd like for both of us to just say what we've been listening to recently, like just this week or like in the past 2 weeks, so people can get that idea as well, because mine's kind of interesting. But 3 words to describe my music taste would probably be, ooh, this is really hard.
Do you want me to go? Because I have mine.
Yes, do yours.
Mine's 4 words. I guess. Sad girl hype songs.
Ooh, wait, okay, you made it a little sentence. It wasn't like random words.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is really tough. I feel like mine might be trendy music before it's trendy.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I'm always the first one on the song, and then it gets trendy, and then I'm like, I don't want to listen anymore. It's not cool. Everyone likes it. I'm like so annoying like that. I'm like, no, it's too mainstream now. I'm done with it.
Okay.
It's so weird. But I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but that's what I'm coming up with right now.
See, I feel like I kind of relate to that a little bit because, like, I do like trendy music. Like, I do like pop music, but if it's, like, way too overplayed, like, then I'm done. I can't do it.
100% agree.
Like, controversial opinion. I don't listen to Harry Styles because he's way too big.
I don't either. And I'm actually like, I mean, he's fine and he'll come on the radio and like I'll probably sing it. Like, I'm not going to turn it off like but it's not going on my playlist.
No.
I'm not like super into it. Okay, T, we might be closer than we think. So,
Maybe.
Okay, tell us what you've been listening to recently.
Okay, let me pull up Spotify because...
Ooh, that's a great idea. I already know that I've listened to the same playlist for the last week and a half without fail, like on shuffle. And I feel like it might be a curveball, but 2010's country.
Oh, that is such a curveball.
I know. I knew I was going to get you with that, but I don't know what it is. That's like the best era of country to me is like 90s and then 2010s. And I can't stop.
Okay, so I know what mine is, like my playlist that I've been listening to, and you know how Spotify does like the curated playlists like for you? Okay, so I've been listening to Punk Mix.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I can see that for you.
Oh, I love it.
I love that.
That's what I've been rocking out to for the past like probably 2 weeks. So I'm glad you asked that question because like that's literally what I've been listening to for the past 2 weeks.
I've been on it, for about the past 2 weeks, and I think I'm about to be done. Like, I think that's about the time something runs its course. I'm like, okay, I've heard all the songs on it. I've got to switch it up now.
Yeah.
But 2010's country on Spotify, y'all. It's a good playlist.
That's so funny.
I know. Okay, so let's jump right in and talk about how many minutes we listened to Spotify in 2022. I'm super interested to hear yours. Would you like to go first or would you like me?
I will go first. So cool. One thing that I'm going to say before we get into this is...
She has a disclaimer.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and you guys probably figured that out based off of what I was like talking about in my top 10s last week. However... I didn't get a podcast wrapped on Spotify. I don't
know why. That's so sad.
And I'm so upset, but it's okay. We're moving on. I'm hoping that I'll get one this year.
That's really depressing, Spotify. What is this?
Yeah, and I thought that my music, like my number of music minutes listened or whatever, I thought it was going to be way lower because of the amount that I listened to podcasts, but I still had 31,759 minutes. And it says that that's more than 83% of other listeners in the U.S.
Go off. All right. You ready for mine?
Oh, no. Is it more?
Yeah. I was trying not to give a reaction, but I was like, oh, shoot. Is Marissa's a lot? Because
no, I'm telling you, it's because of the podcast, but they just didn't factor that in.
Yeah, that makes sense. My minutes listened to, well, I had a podcast one too, but I didn't put them on here, but my minutes listened was 67,253 minutes,
so
more than 95%. More than 95% of other listeners in the US.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of music. I'm one of those people though that like I'm not going to be in silence. Like I will have something going all day long without fail. It's kind of bad. But also, here's the difference for the listeners. I work from home and Marissa does not. So I don't know how often you really are nonstop, but I will play it all day because I'm still here and it's like on Alexa, it's on my TV, it's on my computer, like everything.
Yeah, I mean, I can listen to like, I work in a lab, so like I obviously can't like play music out loud. Like there's people in there and stuff, but like I take my headphones in sometimes, but I feel like I really like listening to podcasts while I work because I feel like podcasts help me like I don't know, focus, and it's just like
Yes.
background music, and I'm
It's a
not going to
different
start
thing.
singing to it and stuff like that.
Oh, come on. Why not?
It's just singing
it's
in
so
the
funny.
lab.
Give your coworkers a show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we got the minutes discussion out of the way because apparently mine are dramatic. So let's just move right along. I'm really excited to talk about the listening personality because if I'm correct, this is the first year they did that, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing that.
I also think based off of what you said for your like 3 words to describe your music taste, I think that we might have the same listening personality.
Okay. Are you the early adopter?
No.
Oh. What are you?
I'm the connoisseur.
Oh, that sounds really interesting. Okay, tell us your personality and then we'll discuss.
It says if you like a song, odds are that others do too. You've got a taste that people can get behind with music preference proven by popularity and time. That's why I thought
I like that.
Like, that's why I thought that you would be the same because, like, well, you said, I mean, yours is the early adopter, but, like, I was like,
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, like, I like popular music and, like, a lot of people like my music, but it's not always the same as, like, what's trendy.
The name The Connoisseur is so much fancier, though.
I
Like, that
know.
sounds cool. Do you have the code at the bottom and it says the 4 words? What are yours?
Yeah, it's FTLC, so familiarity, timelessness, loyalty, and commonality.
Oh, that's really cool. We have 1 letter in common. So
Okay.
I am the early adapter, which says you've got your finger on the pulse of new music, always seeking the next hot thing. If a song is trending, you're on it. And I am an ENVC, which is exploration, newness, variety, and then commonality.
Okay.
So very interesting.
Yeah, I'm very loyal to the music that I listen to, and
You are.
I get that you got variety because you listen to a
All
bunch
over
of
the
different
place.
stuff.
Yeah.
But like I mean, we were just saying that like I basically only listen to like 2 types of music, like 2 genres, like heavily. So it makes sense.
That's super interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
I love those. I think that's such a cute thing. And Spotify, please keep it because I want to see what I am next year. That's adorable.
Yeah, you can keep that, but I would be willing to sacrifice it if you give me my podcast minutes listened
No
to,
kidding.
please.
Literally. Okay.
It might be a sore subject, but it's fine.
Honestly, she's not mad. Just kidding. She's really mad. Spotify.
I'm a little mad.
No, that's so weird that you didn't get that. I don't get that because you said you've been listening to the one podcast for a couple of years, anyways, right? So it's like it's not like it's new that you've been listening to it. It's so weird.
I know.
I'm mad at them for you. But okay, so listening personality, we have the early adopter and the connoisseur. What a good combo. We can make a band out of that.
Oh, I know.
I love it. And now we're going to jump into our top 5, you guys, because these are going to be like truly giving you the well-rounded like vision, I feel like, of what we're listening to. Maybe yours more than mine because some of mine are honestly super random. I don't know how they made the list. But we're going to start with saying our top 5 songs going from number 5. So Marissa, what was your number 5 song last year?
Okay, before I say so, or like say whatever song it was, do you agree with your top 5? You said that it's
That's
random.
A great question. Okay, no. I don't. The 4 of them, I'm like, okay, maybe I listened to those the most. I guess that makes sense, but I was surprised. And the number 1 song on here, even Angelo, who obviously knows me very well, was like, that's your number 1 song? Like, we're convinced that it's not right. I don't know. I'm not fully there.
Yeah, I agree with all of them, but my number 2. But
Okay.
my number 2, I know that I listened to that song a lot. I just didn't think that it would be number 2.
Yeah, I feel like that about all of mine, but number 1's the biggest throw off. I don't even know what's going on with it.
Okay, and then one final question before I reveal my number 5.
I'm ready.
Did your top artist make your top 5 songs?
That is a great question, and for me, the answer was no. Wait.
Mine's no, too.
Wait, no, state the question again.
Did your top artist, did your top, I can't speak. Did your top artist create any of the songs that are in your top 5?
Yes. But I was thinking the opposite, and my top song is not one of my top 5 artists.
Okay.
Which is weird. It kind of reverse of that. But yes, my top artist was multiple of my top songs.
Really?
Yeah, so that to me makes sense.
My top artist wasn't any of my top 5 songs.
Weird.
And my top song is my number 5 artist. Oh, Isn't that crazy?
That is so weird how that actually can happen. Yeah, that is so strange.
Okay, so we're doing songs first, right?
Yes, so just say your number 5 first, and we'll say both of our number 5s.
My number 5 song was 2 Birds by Mike.
I don't think I even know that song.
Probably not.
Is it like known or no?
I think it's I don't know. He's a smaller artist for sure.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
His name is like Mike, all lowercase with a period at the end.
Okay.
And he's like a smaller rapper. I would say rapper is probably like his genre.
Yeah. I'm typing him into my Spotify right now. I'm like, I gotta listen to this.
That's my number 5 song, and
Okay,
it's really, really good.
Them. I don't think I know any of the songs, the top 5 songs I was looking at of his, so I'm going to check that out. But my top 5 song is pretty exciting because I think it should be number 1. It's my favorite song of the moment and my favorite artist of the moment, and it's Nonsense by Sabrina Carpenter. Do you know this song? It's on TikTok.
No, not really.
It's on TikTok a little bit. It's like, I don't want to sing on the podcast, but
no, that's okay. I'll listen to it.
You should listen to it. It's really good. Sabrina Carpenter, I don't know if you're familiar with her at all or not, but she just came out with the new album, and it's one of the ones from that album. It's really good. Is
Nonsense the song that she like changes the end based off of what place she's at?
Yes.
Okay, then
it's that.
I have heard that song.
Wild Thoughts. I'm talking. Yeah, that song.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And Angela loves Sabrina Carpenter too. We're both big fans. So we listen to the her new album like all the time in our house. It is always on. Which, before I forget, I want to at the end say if we're going to any concerts this year and what they are, and then also like if we have any favorite artists that didn't make our list, because I definitely do.
Yeah, I think I do too. Yeah,
I love that. Okay, so tell us your number 4.
Okay, my number 4 is At My Worst by Black Bear.
Oh yeah, I like that song. That's a good one.
I love that song.
Yeah, I love Black Bear. I feel like whenever you put something on your story that's Black Bear, I'm like, oh, love it.
Yeah, every time you like swipe up and you're like, okay, I love this song too.
Yep. That is like definitely one of our biggest overlaps, I would say.
Uh-huh.
That's a great song. Okay, mine's Sabrina Carpenter again.
Okay. I have a feeling that she might be your number 1 artist.
Maybe. We'll see. And this one is the song Fast Times. Have you heard this?
Okay. No.
Fast Times and Fast Nights. Yeah. No. It's really good. Anyone who's still listening to the podcast, like, thank you. It's not going to stop here.
You got to stick around.
I'm going to have to keep singing after this. But Fast Times by Sabrina Carpenter, highly recommend. We should challenge each other to go listen to each other's top 5 songs. That'd be pretty easy.
Yeah. You just have to send me the list after.
Yes. And we can talk about them next week. I feel like that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But okay, so what's your number 3? I'm ready. This is top 3 trio here.
Okay, I don't think you're ever gonna have heard this song before because this artist is a little bit more underground.
Love that.
He's not actually underground because I know some of my friends that actually listen to like
Fair
indie
enough.
artists are gonna be like, he's not underground. But it's called Crazy by Zach Greer.
Nope.
Such a good song.
Right over my head. I'm excited to listen though.
I have a funny story about this song. So I found this song at the very beginning of last year and I loved it and I showed it to Kyle. I promise you I showed it to Kyle. And then come August, September, he's like, can I show you this song? It's so good. And I was like, can you just stop?
I swear people do that to me all the time and it's actually one of my pet peeves. I'm like, I showed you that. I'm like,
are you kidding me? Stop.
That's tea. Kyle, seriously, dude.
It's a sore subject.
That is wild. My number 3 is actually switching it up, surprisingly.
Okay.
And I feel like you may know this one. This one's pretty pop. And it's the song Boyfriend by Dove Cameron. Really? Okay, hold on. Let me think of how this song goes because I feel like I should sing you a little. I feel like you've heard this. It's like, I could be a better boyfriend than him.
No.
Marissa, you must. I actually think you'll like this. And it's very, I would say it's pop. Like they play it on the pop radio sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like right on the brink there. But Dove Cameron, do you know her from the Disney Channel?
Yeah, I feel like I might have heard that, like, the TikTok sound of her song,
probably.
but I've never, like, listened to the song.
She went off this year with music. Like, it is very mature and, like, really good, and it has, like, its own distinct sound. I really like it. So,
okay.
I definitely think you should give that one a listen. That's a really good one.
Okay.
But, yeah. Ooh, I just hit my microphone. Okay, tell us your number 2. We're getting close to the top. I'm excited.
My number 2...
Oh my gosh.
It's Montero by Lil Nas X.
Oh, that's a great song. I can agree with you on that too.
The reason that I don't think that it should have been in my I don't know. I don't agree with it being number 2 on my list, but I think it should be in my top 5 because I went to see him in concert last year, and every time I would go, like, before the concert and I was just, like, shuffling through his music to, like, know it, that's always the first one that plays because, like, that's his, like,
that's funny.
it's like his number one
Is
song.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's how it got to number 2.
That's a great song, though. That's a nice number 2. I like that. I bet you can't guess who my number 2 song is by.
Probably Sabrina Carpenter.
It's by Sabrina Carpenter. My number 2 song is by Sabrina Carpenter, and it's called Emails I Can't Send, which is the title track of the new album. That's what the new album is called. And it's a really good one. I'd also be surprised if you hadn't heard it. But maybe I wouldn't because you haven't heard the other ones. But I swear, like, these are, I don't know. I think it just must be the side of TikTok that I'm on. But I feel like I'm always seeing people do dances and, like, singing hers. But
I don't have any... I don't have any like dances on my TikTok.
Stuff. Okay, no. I have a lot. But the Emails I Can't Send song is really good. I should have done this for the others, but Emails I Can't Send is actually really interesting because I'm pretty sure that this is a song about her dad cheating on her mom. Oh. And her like feelings on it. And it is so good. Oh, you have to give it a listen. It's amazing. I will. I love it.
Okay. Are you ready for my number 1?
I'm so ready. I feel like your number 1's going to be much more exciting than mine.
Yeah, but you're not going to know the song.
Aw,
so it's anticlimactic. But it's another song by Mike. It's Life Got Crazy.
Okay. I'm definitely going to have to listen to that if it was your number
1. That one is so good.
So that tracks for you. You agree with it being your number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I really don't with mine. Would you like to guess the artist? I'll give you a hint that it's a pop artist. Everyone loves her. She's a great singer. I don't
know.
My number 1 song of 2022 was About Damn Time by Lizzo. And that is so random. I love it, the song. It's a good song, and I really love Lizzo. But if any Lizzo song were to make my top 5, it wouldn't be that in my eyes. I really like her other stuff, but apparently I listened to About Damn Time a lot, which brings us to how much we listen to our top song. I guess I listened to About Damn Time 51 times.
Okay. Well, that's yeah. Mine was 58 times, so not too much different.
Track. Yeah, I
wonder what day did you have your most listens?
May 3rd.
Okay. Mine was January 31st. So like an early fave.
That was early. You would listen to it the most times at the beginning of the year and it stuck. That's crazy. Mine was May 3rd, which I feel like makes sense for About Damn Time because I'm pretty sure that was like a summery vibe song. I mean, I know the song, but like I felt like this summer it was really popping.
Yeah. I feel like my top 5 would have been a lot different if like one of the albums that like I loved later in the year would have came out earlier. Because it came out in July or June. So like I only had half the year to listen to it.
So I feel like that always happens. We'll see if it's on 2023's Wrapped.
Probably.
Everyone stay tuned. We'll do the 2023 Wrapped much earlier in the year. So it's
we'll do it like in December.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be this year. So, okay, that brings us to our top 5 artists, which I'm really interested to talk to you about because mine are kind of a different vibe than my top 5 songs. Like mine don't align as well.
Really?
Yeah. So
I think mine are pretty good.
Okay, you go ahead. You say your top or your number 5 artist.
My number 5 artist was Mike.
Okay, that tracks. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. My number 5 artist.
We should say like what kind of. I mean, if we don't know each other's like top 5, what like genre they're in. So like Mike, he's like a rapper, but he's like not super well known. Like I was saying.
Okay, no, I like that. I like a lot of like. I don't know how to describe it. I'm sure there's a word for it, but kind of like chill rappers or like not as intense.
I think that music. He is.
Yeah, so I might like that.
Yeah.
My number 5 artist is also a rapper, and it's Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
I love Megan Thee Stallion, but even more than me, Angelo loves Meg Thee Stallion.
That's so funny.
I'd have to ask him. I wish he was here right now because I'm pretty sure she was like either his top artist or close, and multiple of his top songs. All Meg Thee Stallion, her new album. He's obsessed. He knows all the words.
That's so funny.
It's so funny.
I've been trying to get Kyle to convert to Spotify. He's an Apple Music guy, and I hate it.
No.
And I don't know what's wrong with him. Okay, so he apparently, the last 2 years, I'm like, Kyle, send me your Apple Music replay. Like, I want to see it all. I want to see it. Because I know that he would have the song Crazy by Zach Greer on there, and I know it was going to be played before he thought he found it. Yeah. But anyways.
I would expose him.
He found out this year, the last 2 years, he's like, I can't get it. Like, I can't get my replay. Like, it's not letting me see it. He wasn't sharing his Apple Music data with his phone, so it wasn't calculating all the music.
Funny. I'm surprised that Angelo does.
I took his phone and I said, switch that. And it was like, it's not even like he's sharing the data. It's like it wasn't allowed to like access the amount of songs that he played or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And so I was like, Kyle, we're fixing this. So finally this year, for the first time ever that we've been dating, I'll be able to know what
he listens to.
Yeah, what he actually listens to.
That's so funny. I would be really interested to hear what Kyle listens to. I know we were at Oma's for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, and Kaden asked me something. We were all just talking about music. We were talking about all the concerts we've been to in our life. Natalie and Kaden were talking about some concerts they went to recently, country artists, whatever. And they said, I'd be really interested to know what Angelo listens to. Because Angelo's kind of a big mystery in the family, too, just to everyone in general. And I was like, oh, Meg Thee Stallion. And they just looked at me like, what the hell? And I'm like, no, seriously, Meg Thee Stallion, anything. And they were like, no, are you joking?
Like, listen to me.
And I was like, no, I'm not joking. I was like, babe, he was across the room. I'm like, don't you love Meg Thee Stallion? He's like, oh, so good. Everyone was dying laughing. They could not believe that was his like favorite singer, but he loves her. I mean, she's good. I don't blame him.
Yeah, that's so funny. And like Kyle, it's like he's a mystery because he runs the gamut. Like he listens to everything under the sun. Like he's not gonna be upset if a song comes on. Usually, he listens to everything. So I'm like, I just need to see what your phone thinks is your favorite.
Yeah, that's a good point, because that's how I feel when I get these, and I think that's why my top fives are also random, because I listen to so much. It's like interesting to see what it's actually going to pull together.
Yeah.
But okay, so who's your number 4 artist in their genre?
My number 4 artist is Lil Nas X.
Love it. So I guess Lil Nas X is pop, right? Is that what we call him? He's kind of in between, I feel like.
Yeah, he's like a kind of pop and rap crossover artist.
Almost like a funky kind of rap.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I would agree with that. I love Lil Nas X. I mean, he's not in my top 5, but we did do Lil Nas X in hip hop last week, and we did a super fun
what
dance
song
to it.
was it?
It was what's the most popular one? It's like
Montero.
Oh, Industry Baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just Industry Baby. One of my people in my class requested it. And then I told Angela's sister Grace that we were doing Lil Nas X. She was like, fine, I have to come. So she came and did it. And it was me, Dominic, and Grace all doing it together.
That's hilarious. I love that.
So fun. Yeah. Okay. So my number 4 artist makes a lot of sense to me. And I'm shocked that his songs weren't on my top 5, and I guess I would say that he's pop, but I don't think a lot of people really know him, but it's Phineas. Are you familiar?
Okay, yeah. Billie Eilish's brother.
Yeah, unfortunately. No, I like Billie Eilish, but I hate saying Billie Eilish's brother, but that's how I describe him to everyone, because otherwise they won't know. So I'm like, yes, it's Billie Eilish's brother, but I love his music. Angela and I went to his concert last year or the year before, and it's another one that me and Angela both like, which is probably why they're on my top 5. We just play it like in the house. But he is so good and just one of my favorite singers. So I think he's pop, but like, I don't know what you call that, like kind of slower music, but that's his vibe.
I feel like it's like indie pop.
It is like indie pop. And you know what? I was so sad, everyone. So Marissa did not have her top 5 genres of the year, but I think indie pop might have been one of mine. Okay. I feel like that would track.
I accidentally deleted the photo, and they had they got rid of the
I'm shocked
Spotify
we had
thing.
as many photos as we did.
I know.
I was surprised that we saved that many. But yeah, that's my number 4.
Okay, my number 3, I feel like it's no surprise. It's Black Bear.
Nice. Oh, that's a great number 4.
Yeah, last year for 2021, I was so surprised that he didn't make it on my 2021 Wrapped. Like, he wasn't even in the top 5. I think he might have been like 6 or 7, honestly.
Okay, yeah,
he was up there. Sense. And then I was like, I gotta listen to his music more, because I want him on my top 5 because he's so good.
That is really funny. He is so good. And I also just pulled up my top genres, because I thought, I'm just gonna say them really quick, because I think this will give you an idea of how random my music taste is.
Yeah.
Going from 5 through 1, my number 5 genre was EDM. My number 4 was indie pop. 3 was contemporary country. 2 was rap, and 1 was pop. So
oh my goodness.
That's how all over the place my listening is.
I'm gonna try and think. Picture. Like, I feel like, I don't know the order, but I know that, like, pop was one, and then pop punk was another, maybe, like rap. I think it was just plain rap. I think pop was number 1. Same. And then there was, like, emo rap, which is, like, another one. And then, how many have I said? Like, 4? I don't know.
Yeah.
all of those, if you
That
put
makes
pop,
sense.
rap, punk, and rock, and
Just
all
mix
of
the
those,
order of all of them.
Yeah, just mix the order, and it was probably one of the 5.
That is hilarious. Yeah, so mine's really all over the place, but I feel like my number 3 artist, I was pretty happy to see her up on this list. Big pop girl. My number 3 artist is a banger, Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Of course. I'm a Swiftie.
Okay, I was a big Swiftie up until probably like I was 13 or 14.
Yeah.
And then I just never went back.
Yeah.
And now she's another one of the ones where I think that she's too overhyped and I won't listen.
I was a big Swiftie too as a kid, and I really liked her. Obviously, I like country. I like country because I grew up listening to country, and I definitely did not listen to other types of music as a kid. My mom, this is a tangent, but my mom hates music. Like, actually, she just does not like music. She likes silence. She doesn't really like movies, which I don't either. And I don't know. I just never really listened to music as a kid except for country. And I really liked her. And then as I got into high school and stuff, she started going pop. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I like my country Taylor. And then I've kind of gone with her over the years, but I still really like her. And I was a big fan of her new album this year, which I think is why she ended up at number 3, because I definitely played that like over and over and over and over until it was like, bleh.
You're talking about Midnights?
Yeah.
That album came out in November.
Did it?
I think so.
Did she get on my top 5 from that? No.
Yeah.
Whoa. Could I have done that fast?
Hold on, I gotta look it up.
Yeah, you should.
When did
if it
Midnights
wasn't
come
that,
out?
then it was definitely Folklore and Evermore, because I also listened to those a lot, but I feel like those came out at the end of the previous year, and then I listened to them a lot.
Read when that came out.
October 21st, 2022 is when Midnights come out. When did they stop collecting data? It might not have made it. It could have been something else.
They stop November 1st, I
Do
think.
they?
Yeah.
No way.
So
Oh my
in
God.
9 days,
I bumped her right up. That's wild. Yeah, that was my number 3. I
That's
can't believe
insane.
that. Okay, who was your number 3?
I already did my number 3. It was Black
Oh,
Bear. But
that's right, Black
Number
Bear.
2. Okay.
Number 2.
Every time I say my number 2, I get yelled at because apparently it's like a red flag or it's annoying. And
Oh, really?
I understand, but I can't get this man out of my top 5. He's been in my top 5 for the last like however long Spotify's been doing
so wanna
Spotify
know.
Wrapped.
Uh-huh.
It's Drake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like Drake. That sounds so
See,
stupid.
that's-
Like,
that's
I like
what-
Drake. He's okay
That's
to
what
me.
everybody says. They're like,
Yeah.
he's fine. But I'm
Yeah.
like, this man has a grip
A
on
chokehold
my...
over you.
Literally.
That's so funny. I mean, he did come out with a new album. I don't know if you were bopping to that. That was this year, though.
He came out with 2 new albums.
Yeah. I don't know any of the songs.
Certified Lover Boy, and then... I don't know what the name of the new one is. He came out with like an EDM album.
Did he
It was-
really?
Yeah, you know how like Beyonce came out with like dance music?
Mm-hmm.
It was like on the same vein as that.
I need to listen to that. Maybe I would actually like that. I like Drake and he's fine, but I am just... as it was like number 2 of my categories, but I don't really like rap all that much. I don't know how it gets up there on my list. I like this weird genre of rappers that's like... I don't know if you know Hoodie Allen and like Macklemore and like all the nerdy rappers.
Yes,
I really like
love Hoodie
all of
Allen.
that kind of music. Yeah.
I think it was like summer of 2019. Hoodie Allen also had a chokehold on me.
Yes. Yeah, same. And I went to his concert too in college, and it was really good. He crowd
That's
surfed
crazy.
on like a raft, like a pool raft. Oh my God,
Whoa.
it was so fun.
Okay,
But, yeah.
before you say your number 2, I feel like with Drake and my number 1 artist, which I'll explain a little bit more like when we reveal those, I feel like I have such like nostalgia with like his music because I think like with his album Views, it came out when I was a senior in high school, and I just remember like listening to that album Views came out in 2016. It came out when I was a sophomore in high school. And, like, that's, like, when I first, like, super fell in love. Like, I'm not, like, a forever Drake stan. I'm definitely only a stan since, like, 2016 on.
That's fine.
And, like, I do like his old music and stuff. But 2016 is when I really started getting into it with, like, the Views album. And then Scorpion, that album came out when I was a senior in high school. And I just remember it came out...
Like the times.
Yeah, I think it came out when I was like, it was like March, so I was about to graduate, and I listened to that all the way through my transition into college, and like with my first artist, like it's also similar. They came out with an album right before I graduated high school, and those 2 albums are what carried me into the next chapter of my life, so they're so nostalgic for me.
I feel that. I feel like there are just certain songs that put you back in the times of like when you were younger and you're like, whoa, that is so weird.
And
one
that's
of mine
why
is Drake too. One of mine is The Motto.
Really?
Literally so classic.
That's like 2012.
I know, it's literally so old, but that is like the one song that I was like, I knew every word to the rap. I was like, this is my life.
I just feel like that's why I don't want my number one artist to escape my top 5 ever, but like I feel like that's why Drake sticks around, because no matter what, I'm always gonna go back and I'm always gonna have Views and always gonna have Scorpion on repeat.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense to me. I also think maybe we should guess each other's number one artist.
I feel like you're going to know mine.
I feel like you're going to know mine at this point.
Well, I know it. I don't know your number 2, though.
My number 2 artist, you could be able to guess, but my number 2 artist this year was Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's up there.
I think he was like my number 2 last year. He didn't make the top 5 this year.
I know. I was a little shook.
I was too. I didn't really listen to his new album because like
it's not as good as the last one.
Tickets to My Downfall had my heart.
It was so good. Like emo. Like the vibes were just right with Tickets to My Downfall. Which
is definitely me. So.
Yes. No, I loved that album. I just felt like everything on that album was a little nostalgic because it almost reminded me of like old songs I used to listen to that weren't him. But it was so good.
Yeah, and I'm such a fan of Blink-182.
Yeah.
And like Travis Barker, and
of
like
course.
I feel like he's very reminiscent because he's such close friends with Travis Barker, and like he is the drummer for like MGK
got the vibes
and stuff.
right.
Yeah,
I know,
and that's why I feel like he did so well crossing over from rap into like the pop punk space. And I actually have a song that I found recently that I'll like. Let me look it up really quick, but it's by him, and I think it came out in 2020 when he was like we were all locked down and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's called "Roll the Windows Up." Have you heard that?
Maybe I need to like hear it to know.
Okay, let me make sure my sound is quiet because I want to show you it's this album cover.
Oh,
Have you ever seen it? It's like his last rap album.
Okay,
like,
I need to see that. Or I need to listen to it.
Oh, wait. No, it came out in 2022. It came out in March.
Really?
It's like an EP. It's only like 3 songs. But it's really good.
I don't know if I've heard that, but I should look at it. I almost want to say that sounds familiar and sounds like maybe something he sang at the concert. The most recent one. But I don't know if I really knew it. But okay, so I got into MGK not recently, but in like middle high school, and he was like literally no one, and everyone in my school was like, oh my gosh, you heard of this new rapper, he's so cool because he's from Cleveland. And I was like, what?
And you're like, he was kind of from close to there.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, so we lived like probably an hour outside of Cleveland, and so every time that someone would bring him up, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like I want to be cool and like know this Cleveland guy. So I started listening to his rap in high school, which probably not the best kind of rap for like a middle school, high school girl to listen to, but it was fine.
No, he's pretty intense, but yeah, it was fine.
Pretty intense. But I just started loving him then. And then when he came out with Tickets to My Downfall, I was like, thank God he made this crossover, because his rap was fine, but like I think that his new stuff is so much better, and I really like it a lot more.
Yeah, you followed him through the whole fallout with Eminem and such.
Literally the wild times.
I know.
Cleveland till I die. That's what they say.
I love listening to like rapper drama, like rap beef. I think it's so funny and so interesting.
That's a very interesting thing about you. I would have never guessed.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna talk about MGK for a little bit, because like he didn't make my top 5, but I do genuinely enjoy his music. And I feel like I got into his music in like 2017 when the Bloom album came out. And I really liked that, but then I kind of was like, oh, like, he's still not, like, that big. Like, he started, like, 2012 with, like, his EPs and stuff, and then, like, 2015, 2016, that's when he started to get bigger.
Yeah.
But I definitely didn't really listen to him. I listened to, like, a couple songs on that, like, Bloom album, and then when Hotel Diablo came out, that's when I was hooked.
Hey,
I was back in.
That's interesting. So you're looking at his discography right now?
Yeah.
Because I am too, and I think that is so funny, because I have to tell you now that I started listening during Lace Up, and that was, like, middle school, high school vibes, and like everyone was like, this is the new person on the scene. I listened from Lace Up, and I listened to General Admission, and then I stopped, and I didn't listen to like Bloom, Binge, Hotel Diablo, none of that. And then I kind of came back around tail end of Hotel Diablo, and then so on. So we literally are inverse of each other on the MGK train. That's so random. I completely missed the whole Bloom album. I don't know anything on it, but the General Admission album, I don't know if you ever listened to that, but there's one song on there, it's my favorite of his ever, Merry Go Round.
Okay.
That's my favorite MGK song ever. Highly recommend, because the story is like, I'll literally cry if I like listen or talk about it, but it is a really good story, which is impressive for him. I feel like a lot of his music is a little crazy and hectic.
Yeah, I feel like he seems so surface level, but he's not. Like,
no, he's so not. I really need to watch his documentary because I heard that was pretty good. Did you watch it?
I
didn't watch
Tickets
any.
to My Downfall one?
The one that's on Hulu. Is that the one?
No, I haven't watched that, but when he released, so Tickets to My Downfall, like the documentary thing, it wasn't really a documentary.
Oh,
it was
is that the
supposed
one
to be
that
like,
he made that was like kind of a movie?
Yeah, it was like a long form
either.
music video.
Okay.
But it was really cool.
Was
Little
it?
Huddy was in it. It was so interesting.
LOL. What a crossover.
And I might be wrong, but I think Sydney Sweeney was in it. It was
She's so hot.
It was so random, but it was so good.
There's a Hulu, maybe we should watch this together. There's a Hulu documentary, and it's Machine Gun Kelly's Life in Pink, and it's about his life. It's like the actual documentary about him. I haven't watched that yet, but I really do want to.
Yeah, we should.
Travis Barker's in it, so go off.
Okay.
That's the new thing. But yes, we love Machine Gun Kelly around here, guys. Welcome to the club, the fan club. So, okay, should we guess each other's top artist? Because I have a feeling that yours is Post Malone.
Yeah.
So good. I knew
I feel like it's not even surprising.
No.
I am a big Posty.
Literally, you are. The biggest one I know.
He's relatively new. Like, he's not been around forever. Mm-hmm. Like, let me look up on Spotify really quick.
I was about to do that. I'm curious.
But his first album, where is it? Came out in 2017. And that's when I started listening. Well, 2016, sorry. That's crazy. When I started listening to him right off the bat. Like, I am a day one fan. And I don't know much of the songs on his Stoney album. Like, I know White Aversion, which everybody knows that song. Even if you think you don't know it, you do.
Yep.
And then, like, I Fall Apart, incredible song. Go Flex, great. Congratulations, great. Okay, maybe I know a lot more of these songs than I thought.
And Feeling Whitney. That's the ones I know. The same ones you listed, plus Feeling Whitney at the bottom, which I'm sure.
I don't know if I know that one, but I also love No Option. And these songs on his album are, like, so different than what he puts out nowadays, I think, because these were such like slow, kind of indie pop. Like, they were kind of indie, like underground songs. And when he came out with Beer Bongs and Bentleys,
that was a good time in life. I'm not gonna lie, I was into Post Malone at that point in time.
Beer Bongs and Bentleys will forever be my favorite album. And it is so crazy to me that he only has 4 albums.
I actually couldn't believe that. I just searched him up at the same time as you, and I was like, is this everything? I'm shocked.
Yeah, that means that I know every single one of his songs. That's basically amazing. Which is crazy. But I love Post Malone with all of my heart. I saw him in concert for the first time this year, and I broke into a million pieces. Like, I was listening to the music. Like, he puts on such a great show.
I've heard that about him, actually.
And so, you know, like, how he, like, fell at one of his concerts?
Yes, I saw that.
I went to the concert the day after he fell, and he was in so much pain, but he was still, like...
rough. That was rough. Kind of a scary video. I did not even like watching it. I was like, oh, give me the shivers.
He goes, like, really intense, like, in his songs, because, like, a lot of his songs are about, like, really deep things, and his new album, 12 Karat Toothache, is a really, really intense album. Like, it's about, like, the, like, hardest time of his life and everything, and so he was, like, getting really into it and, like, being really in depth with, like, the lyrics and, like being so loud and, like, expressive, and I just saw him grasping his ribs, and I was like, dude!
Yeah, that's wild. I will say, what, like, this is a horrible question. You're going to be like, Arika, you're so horrible and uncultured, but what kind of music does he make now mostly? Is it, like, really rap, or what's the vibes? Because I really don't listen to him anymore. I
think that Spotify classifies him as pop, but I'm going to look up Post Malone genre on the good old Google.
Because I will say, I did listen in high school. I wasn't a hater. I listened to the Stoney album and the Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and my best friend in high school was on the level of you, of being, like, huge fan, would watch all the old videos of him from, like, Vine and all of that stuff. Like, she was so into him. But that's about when I stopped, and I didn't love the music after that as much.
Yeah, so he started out as a country artist before he started posting, like, real albums, which is crazy because I'm not
him. I know you're not.
I'm not a country fan, but
I could see his voice for that though. Actually, I want to hear
that. His vocals are so good, and I don't really. It says hip hop / rap and country, but I would say he's like
like
rap, pop meets R&B.
Mm-hmm.
And
hip hop tracks for me. Like I can kind of hear that.
Yeah. And like he does have a little bit of like a punkiness in this new album as well in some of the songs.
That's cool.
I don't know.
I
I
need to
just
give him a
love
listen.
him.
I know.
Whatever
I just kind of fell
genre.
off.
Yeah, whatever genre Post Malone is, that's my genre
your
of
genre.
music. I don't know what you want to
love that.
classify it as, but that is my genre of music.
I wish I knew more about how to talk about music because I always feel like what I like is not describable.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this called? Like, I don't know how to explain it.
I never know.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go ahead and expose how many minutes I listen to him?
Yes, please. Tell us.
Okay, so first I'm gonna look at his monthly listeners to tell you how, like, what
that's a great
percent I'm
idea.
in.
Yeah.
So I listened to 1,963 minutes of Post Malone music,
Love
which
it.
tracks, and then
Yeah.
he has 50,931,720 monthly listeners,
Whoa.
and I was in the 0.5%.
Wow. That's wild. That's a lot of people.
I love him so much.
That's crazy. I love that for you. You're a stan.
Okay, it's your turn,
Okay.
and I'm guessing yours is Sabrina Carpenter.
Mine is Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, I'm really happy with that because there's no one I love more. I know every one of her songs ever. I listen to like the This Is Sabrina Carpenter, you know, the ones that have all their songs ever.
I do that for Post Malone
All
and
day.
Black Bear.
Yep, I'll do that all day. So I love Sabrina Carpenter. I won't get into it, but she is me and Angela's shared celebrity crush. We've agreed that she's the one. Like, we love her. And I listened to 2,551 minutes of Sabrina. And then
That's okay.
that's a lot. And then I looked
Well,
up her
she's
monthly
kind of
listeners
newer too, right?
Ish. She got, let's open her up. That's a great question. I love how you've been looking these up. So her first ever anything came out in 2012.
Oh,
No,
really?
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, because she's from Disney. So
Yeah.
2012, 2014 through 2016, it looks like she was doing a lot of Disney stuff. But there's still some, I'm not gonna lie, there's still some good songs in there, but I also sometimes feel weird listening to it because I'm like, she's like a child in this song, but they're still really good. But yeah, 2014, she has a lot of albums and like little, you know, EPs or whatever because of being on TV and movies and stuff. But she has 27.9 million monthly listeners, and I am in the top 0.05%. I think that's pretty crazy.
Well, I feel like that tracks because mine had 50 million, yours had
Right,
27 million.
yep.
I'm 0.5 and you're 0.05.
Exactly.
So.
I was just thinking that too because I'm like, damn, Post Malone has a lot of listeners.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're freaking up there, guys. I guess we're stans. What can I say?
Which I think it's so crazy that, like, I mean, like, I know Sabrina Carpenter, but, like, I don't listen to her music or, like, I've never really been, like, a fan or whatever. Right. And, like, to think that she has 27 million and, like, Post Malone, like, yeah, he's a big artist, but he only has 4 albums.
Literally. Yeah, I still can't believe that.
And he, like, I don't know, I feel like I talk to people and they're like, yeah, I know him, but I don't listen to him.
Yeah,
and
same.
like, how does he have 50 million monthly listeners? That's
incredible.
insane.
Yeah, it's so weird to think about stuff like that. I don't know.
But I also feel like people
yeah.
talk about Sabrina Carpenter way more often. Maybe it's just because she's trending on like TikTok and stuff and she's on tour, but like,
yeah, and she's younger and like in the like young people
Post
scene.
Malone's only
like.
25.
What?
Yeah.
Post Malone, I'm so sorry, but he does not look 25.
No.
He's giving 35.
I know. Wait,
Bro,
let me make sure.
Are you kidding?
Oh, he's 27. I lied.
Still.
He was born in 95. He was born on the 4th of July.
Post Malone is, wait, 27?
Yeah.
That's actually insane. Okay, no, my mind is blown. He looks older than that.
So now that I just figured out that he's born on the 4th of July, I'm going to tell you something really funny.
Yeah.
So I have a firework tattoo because my great-grandma was born on the 4th of July as well. So now I could just say it's dual purpose for my love of Post Malone and my great-grandmother.
I thought you were going to say that Post Malone is your grandmother reincarnated.
No, he could be.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Yeah, I do like your firework tattoo. 4th of July is my like favorite holiday, but probably only because it just happens in the summer and I like summer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you have any, but I have some concerts I'm going to this year. So
I don't have any right now,
None?
which is sad. But
I'm shocked, but I know
I'm
going to
live through you.
Yeah. So okay, I have 2, and you'll get it. You'll get it. They're both from my top 5 artists, which I got my tickets before I knew they were my top 5 artists. So I was like, dang, that really tracks. But I am going to Taylor Swift's Eras tour.
Where?
Cincinnati.
Okay.
I It was a big fat mess, obviously. Ticketmaster saga. I won't go into it, but I spent hours and hours and hours trying to get tickets, and I finally did. And I just I heard this theory, and I believe it, that this might be it. Like, this might be her tour, and she might be done after that.
Really?
Not done making music, but done touring forever, which I kind of could understand. And it's called the Eras Tour, and it appears to be it's going to be themed of all her albums ever, just based on how
it's going to be the longest concert ever.
It probably is. Dude, Machine Gun Kelly's concert was the longest concert of my life.
Really?
He had so many people there this year. It was Willow, MGK. It was that who was that one? Trippie Redd. Yeah, it was it was
it.
you missed it. Yeah, the one in Cleveland. It was so long.
Cry.
Oh, and MGK. Oh,
that's also because it was his hometown.
Literally, he ziplined across the Brown Stadium on top. It was the most insane concert of my life. But yeah,
I should have gone.
Eras Tour. I know. Mad. I'm so sad you couldn't come. I mean, I didn't even have good seats, but it was still fun.
I don't care.
Same. But yeah, Taylor Swift concert. So I'm going to the Eras Tour in June. And then I'm really excited because in May, Angela and I are going to see Sabrina Carpenter, and I can't wait.
Yay!
I'm not going to lie, I'm more excited to see Sabrina than Taylor.
Where are you seeing her?
Also Cleveland. She's not coming to Columbus. Oh, not also Cleveland, but Cleveland. I forgot Taylor's in Cincy. We have too many C cities here in Ohio.
I know. The 3 big C's.
The big C's. Yes. So that is my concerts of the year.
Well, then I'll tell you my dream concerts of the year.
I love that.
Because there's 2 that I do really want to go to. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Yeah.
Blink-182 is dropping another album this year, and they're going on tour.
I did not know that.
I want to see them so bad in concert. Awesome. They're my favorite band.
Yeah.
And then Paramore is also going on tour.
Are they really? Wait, because they're going to be on some of the Eras stops. They're opening for Taylor Swift. Did you know that?
They're opening for Taylor Swift?
Yeah, because I really wanted to go to the one in Glendale, Arizona, so I could see Paramore.
Okay, I'm sorry, but Paramore is more important than Taylor Swift. And there's no reason that they should be opening.
I love Paramore. Taylor has quite a few big names that are the pre-show or whatever, whatever they're calling it now.
Yeah.
That's wild. I didn't know they were doing their own tour though.
Yeah, I was looking it up and they're coming to DC and I want to go so
when
bad.
Are they coming?
Hold on.
Oh, they're coming here too.
Let's see.
Oh wait, no they're not. Yeah, June 10th.
They are going to be here June 2nd.
Oh, they're coming here after they go there. The tickets are only $60 for Columbus.
Are you kidding?
63, 68.
June 2nd. I could get floor tickets for $355. Oh. Well, their cheapest tickets $184.
Oh dang. Here. Yeah, our cheapest is $63.
Oh, I want to go.
Maybe you have to come home.
I know.
I do love some Paramore. I really I'm not a Paramore diehard, but I really like their old stuff, and then I really just am obsessed with the After Laughter album, and I can just listen to all the songs on replay all day. I'll just put it on.
I need to see both of those people in concert before I die. And I feel like this is going to be Paramore and Blink-182's final tours. Because Blink-182, they went on tour after the lead singer, I can't remember his name, he had left. But he's back now, and they're going on tour with the full band.
I was confused.
And they're dropping an album this year, and I need to see it. But they're going on tour in March, and the album hasn't dropped yet. So I really don't know what the heck is going on.
That's crazy.
But I really, really, really want to see Blink-182 as well.
Yeah.
They're going to be here. Oh, they're going to be here in May 23rd.
Oh, so you might be going to some concerts.
I hope so.
I love it. All right. Well, we better wrap up this convo soon because I know you guys are getting tired of listening to us. Probably not, hopefully. But do you have any artists that didn't make your lists that you're I still really love these artists?
Well, I talked about MGK.
Of course, yeah.
And then, let me see. I don't think there's really anybody else that I, was super into last year that didn't really make my list.
I have some standout ones that I noticed right away, like Quinn 92. Do you listen to him at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I love
obsessed. Quinn 92 is up there as my favorite artist, as well as Max. I obviously listen to a lot of Max, and I've been to a lot of his concerts, but they are my OG combo. No, my OG trio would be Quinn 92, Max, and Hoodie Allen. Just wrap all 3 of those up into a bow, and that's kind of my favorite kind of music.
Okay, I love Quinn 92.
Same.
I almost went to see him in concert in 2021.
If you go, please, I want to go with you. I've seen him once, and it was because they brought him to Ohio State for like our free student concert, which was lit. But I would love to see him again because I like his new music a lot.
Yeah, I would love to see Quinn 92. I'm surprised. I am genuinely surprised he didn't make my list.
Me
either.
too. I was thinking that. Like, he's a big standout one that I'm like, how did he not? I listen to him all the time. I'll just go through his music.
Yeah, and then I love Hoodie Allen as well, but he
I don't
he
listen
was
to him
bigger.
a lot.
Yeah, he was bigger on my list in like 2020, 2021.
Yep.
And then literally I'm looking through my playlist from last year and look at all of this Quinn 92 like in a row.
Oh, literally. I love the song Stacy. That's a great song. And Straight Jacket is the best song ever.
Yes, I love that song.
I love him. He's so good.
I am genuinely surprised that Russ didn't make my top 5.
Yeah, I don't listen to him as much, but he's really good.
He usually is. Like, I think he's been on my top 5 like the last 3 years, and he didn't make it this year. And then, who else? I think that's really it. Just like Quinn 92, and then...
Same.
Oh, another one, Nick D. Do you know who he is?
I don't think so.
He's really big on TikTok. I think that you would like him. He's poppy.
Okay.
I really like him.
Yeah. No, I don't think I know who that is, but...
And I think I have one more.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Do you know who Swaco is?
No.
He is a rapper turned pop punk guy as
really?
well. And I really love his music.
I just looked up Nick D, and I think someone else in my life told me about him, so now I really have to listen.
I really like him.
There's a standout song for me too that I didn't listen to enough for sure, but I know it's got to be up there. Have you heard this song? I think it's Olivia O'Brien, and it's called Bitch Back. I think it's called that. I got my bitch back, bitch back. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, you got to listen to it. Basically, it's just about one of her friends broke up with her shitty boyfriend, and she's like, I got my bitch back, and it's so good.
Oh, okay.
It's a really good vibe.
I like Olivia O'Brien. I like her. What's the song that's named after the one girl? You know what I'm talking about?
Jocelyn.
Yeah,
love that song. Yeah, I like Olivia O'Brien too. I'm literally sending you this one because it's that good. I think you will like it. Bitch Back is what it's called. It's so good. It's with
Fletcher.
Yeah, it's with Fletcher. Yep, that one. It's so good. So that was definitely up there for me too. But I
love Fletcher too, but I don't really listen to her music. I just find her on TikTok.
I feel the same. Yeah, she's so on TikTok. It's like a thing.
Yeah.
I see her on there all the time too, but yeah. Okay, well, this was a really good episode. I loved about music.
This is so good.
It's literally so fun to talk about, especially with our differing tastes. We have some crossover though, which I like.
Yeah, definitely.
We got to go to a Quinn 92 concert in 2023. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I don't know if you saw, but his new album came out on Friday. So
no, I haven't even seen.
Yes, you should listen. I listened to it all day. I love some of the songs on it.
Okay. And that means that he's probably going on tour again soon.
I hope. I just looked it up, and right now it only has international dates, but I'm crossing my fingers he'll come out with something this year. I feel like he has to.
Yeah, he has to.
Yeah, the new album's really good. So, I mean, it just came out, so hopefully he'll announce something. We'll see.
Hopefully.
We might have to go.
We'll see.
That'll be so fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, you guys, we're going to wrap up our music taste conversation here, but we could literally talk all day about this, so I'm sure we'll be back with another one, another banger. But thank you guys so much for listening to our 3rd episode. I can't even believe we're already on episode 3, and we're so excited to keep going. So definitely follow our Instagram, which is @WeRunOnCoffee. We will post new pictures there like every time we have an episode, so you can always check there if you aren't seeing us in your feed. But also follow us anywhere you listen to podcasts: Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, anything you can think of, we're probably there. And make sure you give us 5 stars. Give us that rating, baby.
And if you can't find us, don't worry, we have a link tree in our Instagram bio, so you can literally just go in there and press it, and then follow us on whichever one. Leave those reviews, give us those stars,
and
give us everything.
On our Instagram, talk to us. We'll definitely have conversations with y'all. Send suggestions if there's something you want to hear, because we want to give y'all what you want.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, I think we will see you guys next Wednesday, and with that, I'm Arika.
I'm Marissa.
And we run on coffee. See you guys.
Bye.